And I mean, what do you say to the people that think that like the newspaper is dying, like the newspaper isn't going to be here in a few years or whatever? I'm sure you heard that.
Oh, I've been hearing that for 10 years. Okay. I was hearing that before I was even working for a major newspaper. I was in college, like, this isn't going to be here in the next 5 years. It's not going to be here. And what I say about journalism, I say this all the time, is the business model has changed, but journalism hasn't. Good journalism is still good journalism, no matter what medium it is. It's long form narrative writing. It's telling a story maybe through infographics. It's a story that's done documentary style, that, you get video of it. It's all these things. It's still storytelling at the end of the day. And important storytelling is still be done. I'm around it all the time. Just like the work that just previously happened in regards to the juvenile hall closing.
Oh yeah, I want to get
the vote
that.
for that. So shouts to like all the writers that were for that. It was like I think Jill Tucker, Joaquin Palomino, people I've worked with, like still doing excellent journalism, telling important stories, and then getting results from that as well. To the point where you have local leaders and people that are weighing in and saying, wow, we're spending X amount of money, like hundreds of $1,000s just to keep this place open for a few kids. That doesn't make any sense. Right. Oh, why don't we put the money towards something else? Why don't we close the center? Why don't we start thinking or taking a different approach? Why don't we hire like a blue ribbon team to really go through the process and analyze what are the best practices? Like that's like to me, when you get results and you've been able to advocate something by showing the numbers, by showing here's what change is happening, that's what's really important to me. Advocacy journalism and really getting people to think about stuff in a different way. Editorials, getting people to think about things in a different way. Here are the facts. Here are why we think X, Y, and Z. Here are the reasons why. And letting the people decide, but just providing them with the info and our perspective. Like that's important. And then also having enough room for people to come back and share that and that feedback, which I think for newspapers in particular, when people say they're dying, I think just in terms of how we engage with newspapers, I think people are still going to want them. It's just, again, it's a cost issue. So like the amount of ones that are printed, how we get people. There's a lot of digital subscriptions that we do now for Chronicle. That's a really big push. That's where a lot of the advertising has gone. And that's really been kind of the biggest boon or gift and a curse when it comes to journalism has been how much the advertising dollars affected things. So whether it was people weighing in on how much like a Macy's ad or something else and counting on that to be in a physical form or in the print form versus it being online. It's a whole different price range and things. And the way that it's analyzed now in terms of, all right, how much it's going to cost is different because it's say how many clicks or how much engagement and all that type of thing is going in a different way than when you're just having a print copy. So I think it will still be around. I think it'll just be just in a different form, but the medium will still be there. I don't think that's going away. Yeah. I think one of the biggest things we keep hearing about, what has become part of like kind of the cultural lexicon has been fake news this. So people still want the truth, but it's very easy to write things off because you saw something on social media or whatever. So people still want reliable sources for to get their facts, to get things to be backed up. Like that's still there. And as long as that exists and people are interested in the truth or just hearing the story or multiple sides of things, then the journalism will still be here. Newspapers will be around.